Hello everyone and welcome back to my Let's Play of Aidyn Chronicles, the first Mage. Now, where we left off last time, we were just preparing to leave the castle, and here we are, outside the castle walls, talking with Gwernia. As we leave the castle for a decent amount of time. I did do a little bit of walking around prior to leaving, finding some treasure that I could access at the time being. Mostly gold or potions I was able to pick up. So here we are. Now we're just in the outskirts in the town, getting ready for our journey. And these are our three party members: Gwernia, the thief, who will become a thief mage. We have Apricon, who is basically going to be the tutor of future knight Alaron, also named Zyark, for the purpose of this playthrough. And we have the strange alchemist Godric, who is really only a sit-in for the person who will eventually replace him much later on. So that is our current party. Now, there are a few things we have to do before we leave town for a good while. There's a little mission to do in here, where we're going to help out an innkeeper with a little goblin problem in their basement. And in the process of that, we're going to be able to fight a bat. This is the monster that I mentioned before, where you could fight it a couple of times, like basically as much as you want, until you complete the mission anyway, and get experience from it. It's not a lot, but it's going to help. So I'm going to maybe fight this bat a couple times. I'm not going to record that. I'm going to pause the recording during that time, and then continue afterwards. Kill the goblin. You'll get to see me killing the goblin and completing the mission, and after that we will head out. There is some nice loot to be acquired on the path towards Aramon, which is our next destination. In particular, a fairly strong sword, which most likely will be equipped to the main character. Now, around here somewhere is the inn. I have to remember where it is. I honestly don't remember which one is the inn. I think it's the one that's up this hill, though. Or no, it's actually that one right there. You can see the sign. You look troubled. What's wrong with the cellar? I won't be staying after all. I'm supposed to get rid of them for you. Alright, so we have our mission. These barrels apparently have nothing in them. I'm just going to briefly check the rooms to see if there's anything I can't loot. Apparently there's no room to even walk through here. Probably there's nothing, unless the camera can actually go inside it. Usually, like, a situation like this, it means there's nothing. I remember saying before that paths that you can go down are never useless or rarely useless. There's always something. Well, that remains true if you're outside of a town. But there are dead ends, useless places inside town, particularly in buildings, which you know would be normal. You enter someone's establishment or home, and there's bound to be nothing of value to you there. But there's still going to be their bedrooms. You know, you're just not going to find anything in it. Ah, the bat. Infamous bat. But, until very recently, I did not know that this bat, or group of bats, could be repeatedly killed as much as I desired. If you notice that Gwernia's got some damage taken there already, it's because, the main character too. I did some lockpicking earlier on with Gwernia, and as a result, she used up some of her stamina. In order to do that, all spells and skills in this game require some stamina, and your HP is made up of a combination of your endurance, your stamina, and an additional amount which is added on based on your level. So, which is why she's had some damage. In fact, I had to use up multiple healing potions just in order to unlock all those chests, which didn't really contain much, but you know, I needed to do something to get those chests in hopes there was something good in them. Which in the case, in this case there was. I got a few gemstones. I got some herbs. That's always nice. I don't think there's anything else in this cellar. In terms of the barrels, no. Okay. So the trick with this is basically you go through the cracked wall here, and apparently you're forced to fight the goblin, which is fine. I can handle it, especially since African is much higher level than the rest of the group. He can handle anything you throw at him. That was a pretty weak goblin, though. And by doing this, just going right back in, there's no bat. But if you go back and forth a couple times, repeatedly, probably, I don't know how many, I've never actually done it before. Apparently doing this can trigger the bat to respawn. And it's apparently not working. Well, I don't know. It's not working. I've never done it before, I only read about it. Decided I'd try it out since I could use the extra experience right now, but didn't work. No big deal. Not the end of the world. Let's just explore this cave. Huh. I'd forgotten about that. An alternate exit to the cave. This is a shop, I'm pretty sure. I need to go to wherever the shop is for... There's someone who can teach you all the skills in the game. I know those chests cannot be opened. Where's the shopkeep? Oh, there he is. I doubt I'll find anything of, worthwhile to purchase, but it's the skill training that I desire. Yeah, this is the one. This guy teaches you, can teach you every single skill in the game. So, although, as you can see, most of them just to level 1, whereas some other trainers, all skills and spells can go up to level 10. So in this case, you can really only learn the basic level 1 for everything but Merchant. And after that, you're either on your own, train them after battles, or using up less experience and visiting trainers in other towns to learn them. So in this case, do I have enough to teach Gwernia Wizard? I do not. I'm going to have to gain some experience here. Does he have shield skill? Yes. Sword skills trained. Warrior Wizard. monsters. He doesn't need anything else. No way. He will. I will want thief on him. That I think is it though. Everyone else probably does not have enough experience to learn anything yet. So that'll be all for now. Ladder. Go up on the ladder. I believe there's a chest up here. There certainly must be a reason. Aha, yes, there was a chest up here. With 10 gold, wow. Well, that was useful. And I can just drop right off the rock. Convenient, don't have to go back inside. So, let's head back into the inn. Tell the owner of the inn we have killed the bat and goblin. I might even check to see if the bat's back. I doubt it, but you never know. It would be nice, as the bat does give a small amount of experience. And any experience I can get right now is helpful. No, it's not back. Okay, well, whatever. To hell with that trick. Your troubles are over. And Alron got experience for himself. Don't turn down gold. 10% commission. That's a small amount if he's the owner of the inn. Then again, I guess it's township and stuff. Alright, so. 6 gold. Not bad. Now it's daytime. Now. To be on the road. That is the next goal. I think there's something to loot in that big building which looks like a barn. Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly check. Vaguely remember there being something in here. That's worth my exploring. Wait. No. Could've sworn. That door just leads outside. I know that for a fact. Aha, I was right. A map. Oh yeah, that's right. And that's all that's up here. If I could just get back down the ladder. There we go. And there would appear to be nothing else. I don't know if I can go behind this thing without taking that door. Oh wait, this is this door. Well, I suppose if there is anything else, I'm always going to be coming back anyway at some point, so... Let me just briefly look. Just to make sure. Or was it? This guide is somewhat incomplete, unfortunately. It's just the way things are. It's also very old. There was something else, I think. No, okay, I got everything that I can get for now anyway. Obviously there's items that I can't get until later on. I'll have to train my skills up higher. In order to do that, I'm going to have to explore and level up. So let's leave town. Alright, this is our first venture outside of town. Not being alone. Let's take a quick look at the map, shall we? Now, here, this is where we are, just south of Gwernia. Where we need to go is to Aramon. I can't really tell what the letters say because they're not really well written, but I know where it is. It's basically that city that's over to the far left, or the far east, or west, that is. And there are two paths I can take. Now, I'm not sure which path I want to take. I'm going to actually look that up. I'm actually going to probably do a little bit of research again, just to make sure that I'm going to be able to do what I want to do while still being not too time consuming in doing so. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe find myself a fight around here somewhere, do a little bit of exploring just outside of town, and then I'll wrap it up. And next time around, we will continue our quest, our journey towards Aramon. So, of course, I can find something to fight. If all else fails, I can just camp right outside the town. Apparently, that can quite often, especially since my ranger skill isn't very high. Ranger skill is a skill basically that allows you to increase your chances of camping safely at night. Since it's not very high, there's a good chance I'll get attacked. And yeah, I am not finding anything. Well, there's some bats, but it's not what I was looking for. I was looking for, well, that's actually a large group of bats. That's not bad. Deal with them swiftly. African alone is enough to handle probably all 8 of them. Now, as you see, there are 8 on the far left side icons for these bats. Battles only occur 4 versus 4. And what happens is, if there's more than 4, then they're reinforcements. So as you see right now, I'm facing these 4, which they're the larger pictures, the larger icons, and as reinforcements arrive, they move up and they join the battle. As you can see, 3 reinforcements just joined. Her damage is really sad. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it off. Critical hit. That's overkill. Way to go, African. So powerful in such the early stage of the game. It's kind of why I want to keep him, because he makes a good portion of the early game very easy until everything starts to catch up with him, and then he's sort of, well, I guess, on par with the rest. Some people think he's less good than other soldier characters because he can't have thief. I like him regardless. I think he's pretty good. All characters really are good. I mean, everyone's got their own flaws and advantages, and I mean, every character is customizable. You're not really all that restricted. Some characters can't learn certain skills, like African can't learn magic, for example. Gwernia can't wield shield, so unless you really go high into dex and avoidance, you won't be able to really tank much. Everyone basically has their areas where they're better than the others. Like, you know, not all the characters can learn every single skill and spell game, whereas with the main character, he can. So, he's He's unique. These bats are just gonna run away, that's fine. Well, that's a decent amount of experience, but not as much as I was hoping. 16,000 level thief up. I'm not gonna be coming back for the thief factor much soon. I suppose I could increase her strength. Yeah. It's always a good idea in the early stages of the game to increase characters' stats, because you don't always have access to shops to increase those skills, which tend to, in the end, you save a lot of experience, especially some of the skills like wizardry is really expensive to get the really high level ones. Like just level 1 is 6,000, whereas thief is 4, stealth 2, healer 4. The weapon ones are cheaper usually. But yeah, the skills are very expensive. Whereas, and the stats affect the skills, and you can level them up without having to worry about using a shop to train them up for cheaper. And also, it's also good just to get your certain skills, specifically the ones that really will affect the gameplay of a particular character, as high as possible, as early as possible, so that later on you can just focus on leveling up your spells and your skills, and the stats that might not matter as much. So I'm going to be focusing quite a bit in the early stages on stats. Like for example, I think I'm going to improve on the endurance for the main character this time around. He probably can't do any increases right now. No. 1,000? Definitely not. Alright then. Well, that'll be all for those level ups. That was, not quite the fight I was hoping for, but a fight is a fight. I believe this is actually one of the paths to go to Aramon. If you keep following the beach, you eventually reach it. But I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, and this links up with that path there. As I had mentioned before, there is a lot of walking around. 50 gold. This appears to be a dead end. But sometimes you never know, you could approach a dead end and ha-ha, like that. Find some spices. 20, nice. That'll allow me to cast certain spells for a good amount of time. Not that I actually have any that require it just yet, but eventually I will, so... Alright, well there's some rats. Guess I'm gonna fight him. This should be easy. Not even gonna bother using anybody else but African. Just because it's not necessary. Like, he starts out as the strongest character by far. You rely on him a lot in the early stages of the game. There doesn't appear to be anything else here. This just brings me back to the main... Oh, I take it back. There is a chest. Nice. This brings me back to the road that led to the forest. There's some more bats. Just 2 of them. Again, I'm just going to use African. He's got the highest dex, so he moves the most. Actually, probably not the highest dex, but close to. And he's also the strongest, so he kills the fastest. Think about it, I don't know why I increased her strength. I'm probably not going to be using melee attacks with her at all. No big deal, it was only 900 experience, but I was planning on going magic with her and throwing weapons to start. Unfortunately, she can't use bows. Throwing weapons aren't that great, but they're okay. And then eventually, I might move into being able to switch out and use close range as well, but that won't be right away. Because ranged attacks don't rely on strength to improve their damage, whereas melee does. Ranged attacks rely solely on, I believe, intelligence. Intelligence is what affects your ranged attack damage, as well as, of course, the weapon that you're wielding. And I think the missile... It doesn't say so. The missile still just says that it affects only the chance to hit. Dexterity 2. But there's always a possibility where they might actually also improve the damage. I don't know for sure. It's a little vague on that information game, unfortunately. But nonetheless, if you're going range, intelligence, and dex is always a great thing, which is why often, if you're going to be a caster, a magic user, going with ranged weapons as a backup to your magic is always a good thing, because intelligence affects your magic, intelligence affects your ranged weapons, dex affects your chance to hit with the weapons, increases your ability to defend yourself against weapons, which casters tend to be weaker to begin with. And it improves how many times you can get actions per turn, which is nice because then you cast more spells or get more chances to shoot your ranged weapon. This is why I often went bows and magic with the main character in my first playthroughs. Now I'm going to try out a similar field strategy with her, with Gwernia, and another character that we'll be getting, where she, unlike Gwernia, can use bows and is quite good at them when you get her. In fact, my party will only have one non-magic user, which really isn't that much, technically isn't that much different from in the past, though in the past I never taught Gwernia to use any magic. This time I will. Level ups. Very nice. That was a much better amount of experience. Let's increase her intelligence. Can't yet. Well, darn. Dex is pretty high as is, that's fine. Suppose I could increase her stamina then. Yeah, let's do that. Really low stamina. Can't do anything with him yet. Not needed to do anything with him yet. And not really important. Let's save his experience for intelligence, stamina. Actually, I'll do stamina. And the spells. Alright, so it's been about 30 minutes. I'm going to go back over. Wait, this is the main route. Okay. I'll just follow the main route back to the bridge. Wasn't a wolf along here before? Oh, until we got into another fight. Yep, wolves. Well, it's not so bad. This time around, I think I will use some magic. If they'll let me. Unfortunately, when you take damage, you will eventually, or sometime. So I'm not sure if it's. Can't remember if it's endurance first or stamina first, but when you take damage, your stats get reduced, and as well as you losing HP because your HP is reliant on your stamina and endurance. So I can only cast it on one. Darn. Well, let's do it anyway. Fails to cast a spell. You suck, Godric. And he's lost more HP. For all I know, he'll end up getting killed in the early game. At least 3 of the wolves are on African, so that's good. Just that one wolf, that's a problem. Oh, good, he avoided it. He's already below half health. Now, this is the bonus of the thief skill. She doesn't strike hard from the front, but from the rear, well, she can do good damage. It's just her strength is shit. Run away, Godric, run away! Probably should have used that attack on another one, but whatever. Yeah, make him hit it. Of course he misses, but try. Can I hit the other wolf? Yes, I can. But I missed. Oh, I got his attention, so that's fine. Finally. There we go. 2 down, 2 to go. Run away. Turn around and smack this wolf. Unfortunately, his dex isn't high enough, I guess, to hit some of these wolves sometimes. Could also be his weapon. Weapon does affect your chance to hit. Each weapon has its own damage modifier or amount of damage increases or something. A damage stat, basically. And then there's the chance to hit stat. He's using a basic sword, it's probably about 40. I think I will definitely be spending the night out here to rest up in hopes that I don't get caught, though. Revealing the level. Good stuff. Time to work on the skills. Okay, good. Intelligence up. Strength up. Leave his stats alone for now. Stamina up. And that's all. I think I won't take the chance of sleeping with my party almost already half dead. So I'm going to head back to the inn and rest for the night. But I'm going to stop the video here. Just do a quick save. And next time we pick this up, we will do some more exploring over the surroundings of Gwernia. There are some items to be obtained, some monsters to fight, and both random and they're not scripted, but like they're there automatically, and we're gonna go there purposely to fight them. Actually, I think one of the fights actually is scripted. Yes, we will slowly but surely make our way towards Aramon, trying to gain as much levels as we can so that we can be prepared to face the challenges that await us once we are there. And that is really about it. So until next time.